Some rare bad news for Meghan Markle this week, as Netflix has pulled the plug on a planned collaboration with the Duchess. Meghan and Prince Harry signed a $100 million deal with the streaming giant shortly after they stepped down as senior members of the royal family. These days, of course, Netflix has fallen on hard times after losing subscribers for the first time in a decade. The announcement led to plummeting stock prices, with the company losing half its value in a matter of days. For several months now, we've been hearing rumors about Meghan and Harry's failure to produce any content for Netflix. And while there have been conflicting reports about why we've yet to see a streaming show with the Sussexes names in the credits, those reports appear to be immaterial now. Netflix has officially cancelled an animated series on which Meghan was to serve as executive producer. The show was to focus on the adventures of a 12-year-old girl who would draw inspiration from the examples set by famous women throughout history. There's been no official word on exactly why Netflix decided not to go forward with the project, but budgetary concerns were likely an issue. The company's recent troubles began with a disappointing earnings report in January and subsequent rumors that subscription rates would be raised. But during the first quarter of 2022, Netflix hit some bumps in the road. Instead of growth, the company reported a loss of 200,000 subscribers. In addition, Netflix forecast 2 million more subscribers would leave the platform during the second quarter of 2022, per the Los Angeles Times. In response to the loss of customers, the streaming service started making cuts to personnel. Netflix recruited me 7 months ago only to lay me and a bunch of other talented people off today, tweeted Yvette Dion, a former Netflix employee, on April 28. Besides staff layoffs, Netflix took a look at its original programming and made some cutbacks there, too. Dino Daycare and Boons and Curses, 2 animated offerings, were cancelled, along with a project that was close to Meghan's heart. In recent weeks, Netflix has indicated that it plans to crack down on password sharing and offer a cheaper, ad-supported option for subscribers. All of these developments seem to indicate that the company has struggled to keep pace as the streaming market became more crowded in recent years. Of course, the British tabloid press will likely take a very different tack on this story. Eternally frustrated by Meghan's global popularity, many UK journalists are forever on the hunt for signs that the Duchess is falling out of favour. They'll no doubt have a field day with news of the cancellation, and overseas coverage will likely make little mention of the fact that Netflix is foundering and has pulled the plug on numerous projects in recent weeks. There's also been controversy surrounding Harry and Meghan's Spotify deal, as the Sussexes have not yet delivered on the original content they promised back in 2020. But that seems to be a result of the couple taking on too much and stretching themselves too thin. If anything, the fact that Harry and Meghan have struggled to produce as much content as distributors would like is an indication that they're more in demand than ever. Meghan has not notched up a single discernible win or clear-cut success in a professional sense. The expert writes, and this brings us to a painful truth, without her royal connections, Meghan does not really matter all that much. She asserts, separate Meghan from her Windsor ties, and the question becomes, does anyone really care? Harry and Meghan's connection to the royal family is what makes them so prized and marketable, Elsa notes. What is coming into focus is the inescapable fact that it is their status as intimately related to the current queen and the next 3 kings which makes them valuable to deep-pocketed corporate giants, she writes. Unmoored from the monarchy, their luster and bankability is starting to look decidedly shaky. Ability is